Hello, 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 Jasmir. How are you? Are you alright? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you hungry? Okay, so I know you're happy today, so I want you to sit down and I want you to listen carefully to Amo because I'm gonna teach you the words in Tagalog, or we need to learn more about Filipino. Okay, so let's start with the first picture. The first picture is, of course, you're going to say it's a dog, but you can also call it just mere as aso. That's why I color the A because aso, aso starts with letter A. So that's why I color it. Okay? So if you see this one, if the teacher says you need to color the letter, okay, of this animal, which one starts of the letter? So if it starts with letter A, you need to color the letter A. So look at the dog, it starts with letter A because it's aso. You know the sound of the letter A, right? The monster letter A is a, so it's aso. So this is aso. Next, this is, of course, you're going to say it's a book. Okay, it's a book, but you can also call it aklat. Okay, so look at the letter A. I color it because it starts with A. A, aklat. Again, a, aklat. Next. Wow, what is that? Of course, it's an elephant. It's an elephant. But you can also call it in Tagalog or in Filipino elepante. Again, elepante. So we know that the sound of letter E is right? The monster letter E sounds So that's why we need to color it. As you can see, I color it with orange because it starts with letter E. Eh, eh, elepante. Elepante. Next. Look at that. It's rain. Okay, so rain is also ulan. Rain is also ulan. So ulan, u, u, it starts with letter U. U, it starts with letter U. Ulan, ulan. So that's why I color the letter U. Next, look at the picture. Of course, you will say it's a light, but you can also call it ilaw. You can also call it ilaw. So i, ilaw. So the monster letter I sounds I. So that's why I color the letter I because it's ilaw. Ilaw. Next. Oh, look at that. I know you have a clock in the house, but the clock also is, you can call the clock orasan, okay? Clock is orasan. O, orasan. O, orasan. So it starts with letter O. O, orasan. So that's why I color the letter O because it starts with O, orasan. Look at that. So I know you also have many pillows in your rooms, right? So, but because Jasmir, we learn about Tagalog or Filipino, so we can also call it unan. Again, unan. U, unan. So if you look at the color U, I don't know, if you look at the letter U, I color it with orange because it starts with letter U. U, unan. U, u, unan. U, u, unan. Next. Wow. Yeah, it's a smoke. I mean, it's a fire with a smoke, right? But yeah, it's a fire. But we can also call it apoy. Again, a, apoy. Fire is a, apoy. Apoy. A, Apoy. So look at the letter A. I color it because it starts with letter A. A, a, apoy. Okay, so this time, Jasmir, we need to review one more time. Dog, aso. Aso. A, aso. Again, aso. A, aklat. A, aklat. A, aklat. E, elepante. 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 Okay. Let's wait a minute. U, ulan. U, ulan. U, ulan. I, ilaw. I, ilaw. I, ilaw. O, orasan. O, orasan. Go. O, orasan. U, unan. U, unan. U, unan. A, apoy. A, apoy. A, apoy. Okay, now it's your turn, Jasmine. You need to say what is it. Go. I will count 1 to 5. You need to answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Aso. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Aklat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Elepante. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Ulan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Ilaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Orasan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Unan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. Apoy. So that's it for today, Jasmine. I love you. Thank you so much for listening. Bye bye.